Hello and welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Thelma Okoro. The Nigerian military has repelled an attack by members of the Boko Haram sect in Borno State, northeast Nigeria. The troops are currently engaged in an operation to clear the insurgents away from Sambisa Forest, their major hideout. According to Acting Director, Army Public Relations, Colonel Sani Usman, the terrorists came in 5 Toyota Hilux vehicles mounted with anti-aircraft guns, which they fired along with 81mm mortar. He said the attack lasted for about 40 minutes without any casualty on Nigerian troops, while an unconfirmed number of Boko Haram terrorists were killed. Barely 24 hours ago, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Chuku Buratai, said the troops have blocked movement of Boko Haram terrorists in and out of Sambisa Forest. The Nigerian Army says that it has rescued over 11,000 civilians held at various enclaves by the Boko Haram sect. The rescue operations were carried out within the past 6 weeks at different locations. Nigerian troops have intensified efforts to clear out and mop up all insurgent activities in the northeast region. The military further explained that the rescue operations were carried out by different outposts across the region, and a significant number of them were received from Cameroonian authorities. Nigeria's Senate has called for the death penalty to be imposed for kidnapping amid an increase in abductions for ransom. Lawmaker Abu Ibrahim said 225 kidnappings were recorded in October and November last year, with 28 million naira paid for the release of hostages. Just 2 days ago, the former Minister of State for Education, Iyabo Anisulawa, was freed after being kidnapped by unknown gunmen. Kidnapping currently carries a sentence of 5 to 10 years in prison. Following the deadly activities of some rampaging Fulani herdsmen across the country, the Nigerian military has emphasized it will clamp down on the group. A few days ago, President Muhammad Buhari had ordered the military and other security agencies to wade into the ongoing clashes between herdsmen and farmers just to ensure that no further lives were lost. Speaking at a meeting between the Nigerian military and the Miyetti Alakato Breeders Association of Nigeria, Major General Fatai Ali, the Director of Administration in the Defense Headquarters, said the military would do all within its powers to end the deadly attacks.
What are the pushing factors that are pushing these Fulani herdsmen even to go to the extreme part of the country? Because when foster was available in northern Nigeria, where rainfall was stable, that's not happening. When reserves, forests were gazetted and reserved, mapped and reserved for cattle breeders, this incident were not there. But the increase in population has now wiped out the entire grazing reserve in this country. 400 and something of them, all wiped out. And you have a population of about 20 million cows. Where do you keep them? And every one of them like to eat meat. At the end of the day, after the hectic day, well, you want to have at least 3 pieces of meat on your meat. And this is a business venture that also about 20 million people are engaging. Recent, as you are the security operators, you know the case of Boko Haram. They have attacked Fulani and dissipated the population of the Fulani in Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, and some part of Traba. The cattle rustlers has displaced Fulanis in Katsina, in Zamfara, in Kebbi, in Kaduna, in Bauchi, Nasarawa, Plateau, and Benue, and in some parts of Kogi. Millions of cattle have been taken away from these people. So when somebody says that a Fulani man went and killed somebody, I wonder why. Why? How? It's only a poor man that fights. A Fulani man is a rich person. And going with his own bank and everything. Because a Fulani man doesn't have a house in the city. He moves with his cattle, with his children and his wife. If he sells the cow, the money is there in his pocket. wherever he goes, he's a rich man. So why will he fight? Why will he fight? But you as military people, you know, defense, self-defense is an art. A military profession or in any self-adventure. If you are attacked, you have to defend yourself. If you have been squeezed, you have to find a way to survive. So the Fulani have been squeezed. And then now they venture into a territory that they were not there before. And people find them very strange. So before they could find their food there and settle with the people that are there, that's we are having this initial problem.
The recent happenings of herdsmen and local communities clashes in many parts of Nigeria is a source for serious concern. Many lives have been lost, and the President Commander-in-Chief, General Muhammadu Buhari, has directed the security agencies and indeed the military to handle the situation and ensure that no more lives are lost. I want to assure that the military, in conjunction with other security agencies, is doing everything possible to maintain peace and security in Nigeria, in line with the directives of the Commander-in-Chief. I want to also assure that whoever is involved in this killing will be brought to book and tried in line with the law of the land. A committee has already been constituted by the Chief of Defense Staff to interface with all the stakeholders on this issue, go to all the flashpoints, meet with the various stakeholders, and come back to report on appropriate lines of action.
The Kano State government says a burst tire caused a fatal road accident that killed more than 8 people, mostly school students, along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Nigeria. A statement issued by Halilu Ibrahim Danti, a spokesperson to the governor of Kano State, said the students have been buried according to Islamic rites. The incident, which occurred on Tuesday, left 3 other students seriously injured. Those who died in the crash are Ahmed Faisal, Kamal Muhammad, Abubakar Abdullahi, Umar Musa, Sani Musa, Ibrahim Sani, and Yusuf Danladi. Aminu Abdullahi, who was the driver of the ill-fated bus, also lost his life, as well as a student coordinator, identified simply as Mr. Okafo. The students were on their way back to Kano State after representing their school in a national quiz competition in Lagos State. Nigeria's Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has said the digitization process of broadcast signals in Nigeria has the potential to add over $250 million annually to the entertainment industry in Nigeria. He was speaking during a press briefing in Abuja, the nation's capital. He noted that the federal government will also work with all stakeholders in the media industry to ensure that all complex issues are resolved. The minister said the federal government is determined to ensure that Nigeria meets the June 2017 digitization deadline to switch over.
When I said this process is going to make more money for the government, is simply because, one, when you have 13 companies who are going to manufacture over 30 million set boxes over time, you can imagine the exponential effect of this on the economy. You are going to have people working in factories, you are going to have people who are going to distribute the boxes, you are going to have technicians who are going to fix the boxes. Then you now also look at the fact that with this availability of so many channels, there will now be need for more creative people to provide content for the television stations, again employing more and more people. We reckon that when the push buy a video is installed in the program, the Nollywood will make an additional $250 million a year. Because the way it works is that today, if you have If you release a record or you release a movie, you put it in either a DVD or you put it in a CD. And more often than not, even before your DVD or CD is out, some pirates have gotten hold of the master tape and they are selling your works free of charge. Now, with the innovation of digital broadcasting, a movie producer can release straight to the platform, and you can now buy from that digital platform, and the money goes directly to the movie producers. So there will be no need for CDs, there will be no need for DVDs. It will be one of the most ingenious ways to wrong foot the pirate mafia. Now, these are some of the benefits that the process is going to bring to Nigerians.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) will arraign a retired Commissioner of Police, Mohammed Sambo, before Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. Sambo has been leveled with one count charge bordering on criminal breach of trust and obtaining money by false pretense to the tune of 10 million naira. A spokesperson for the EFCC, Wilson Owujara, confirmed this in a statement issued to newsmen. He said the accused person was subsequently arrested and granted an administrative bail by the Commission on January 19, 2015. He, however, jumped the administrative bail and was eventually rearrested on Wednesday, May 3, 2016. Former Lagos Commissioner for Youth and Sports Ademola Adeniji Adele has died. He passed away on Thursday, May 5, 2016 at the age of 60. He died in India, where he had gone for a medical checkup after developing complications following an illness, this is according to sources. Adeniji Adele served as commissioner between 2007 and 2011 during the first tenure of former Governor Tunde Fashola. A pro-democracy campaigner, Adeniji Adele's struggle during the military regime of late dictator Sani Abacha saw Adeniji Adele incarcerated for several months. We'll take a short break, now we'll come back, we'll look at business and sports. Stay tuned.
It's comedy time once again. Chapel of Comedy with Nehi, featuring Igor, Elenu, MC Abe, MC Shakara, Emeka Smith, Bash, and many more.
Music by Tim Godfrey. Special guest appearance from Motolai Kende, Charles Inoje. Venue, Golden Tulip, Amodofin, Festive Town, Lagos.
Date 22nd May 2016, time 5 p.m. Blue carpet 4 p.m. Ticket regular 2,000 naira, VIP 5,000 naira, table for 5 50,000 naira.
For ticket bookings and inquiries, please call 086 237 2051 or 029 187 1640. Powered by Gospel Life Entertainment. 100% clean joke.
Hello, you're welcome. You're watching the Funny White Man Show, which is the biggest, the brightest, and the most entertaining show in Africa.
Funny white man, for this way you talk, it's too much. Give me 5,000 man, that's you. It's too much. So you get it like, make sure move along the street. Yeah, make sure like they are going girl. You know, my own people. Actually, yeah, fine, it's fun. I enjoy it, and I'm one of those very few. I'm forever taking it personal. I will listen 160 million Nigerians are corrupt. How? My brother, I'm looking for you.
Yeah, but it's a growth, and this is the time to build business. I know the pitfalls, I know what to do and what not to do. But there are months where you get business and months.
You know how we do, how we train them. We do the way you do.
Hello, you're welcome. You're watching Trending Matters on the Funny White Man Show. Of course, they will bring you trending issues just to entertain and tickle your fancy.
Welcome back. You're watching TV360 News Now. The National Bureau of Statistics says the total value of capital imported into Nigeria in the first quarter plunged to $710.97 million, a 73.79% decline from the same quarter a year ago. Nigeria, which is Africa's biggest oil exporter, has been hit hard by its worst economic crisis in years as low prices for crude oil caused government revenues to continue to plummet. Last year, the central bank imposed currency controls to prevent a collapse of the currency, which is the naira. Nigeria has seen an exodus of foreign money in the last few months. In September, JP Morgan announced it would eject the country from its influential emerging markets bond index because of the currency controls. Barclays followed suit soon after. Nigeria's naira is expected to remain steady at the official interbank window and on the parallel market. This comes as businesses wait the passing of the 2016 budget and as the Nigerian economy continues to slow down. The local currency was unchanged at 321 to the dollar on the parallel market on Thursday. It was trading around the official peg rate of 197 at the interbank market. A foreign exchange shortage has seen the naira drop to record lows on the parallel market in recent months. A huge wildfire near Canada's oil sands region and escalating tensions in Libya stoked concern among investors over a near-term supply shortage, driving crude oil prices up for the first time in a week on Thursday. Brent crude futures rose $1.19 to $45.81 per barrel, while U.S. crude traded at $45.23 a barrel. The wildfire has forced the evacuation of all 88,000 people in the western Canadian oil city and burned down 1,600 structures and has the potential to destroy much of the towns, authorities said. The evacuees being told to head north towards Alberta's oil sand fields and some pipelines in the region being shut down as a result of the wildfire. Output at several facilities have also been disrupted. The volume of the decline was unclear. 3 people have been rescued from the ruins of a residential building in Kenya's capital, Nairobi. The building collapsed 6 days ago after heavy rainfall. 3 people have been confirmed dead following the collapse of the 6-story building last Friday, and more than 80 people have been declared missing. The building's presumed owners have been released on bail after being arrested on Monday. City authorities say they had earmarked the building for demolition after it was declared unfit for human habitation. An official audit of the country's buildings found that more than half in the capital are not suitable for people to live in. More than 450 people have been killed in Burundi's unrest that began a year ago, the police said in a report on the crisis. The unrest has raised fears of a return of the ethnically charged violence of a civil war. The crisis began when President Pierre Nkurunziza announced in April 2015 plans to run for a 3rd term. Despite criticism that he violated the constitution and a peace deal that ended the civil war in 2005, he went on to win the July's election. Nkurunziza's camp say the court's ruling had declared the former rebel-turned-president eligible to seek another term in office. Nigeria remained static at the 67th position in the latest FIFA World Ranking released on Thursday in Zurich, Switzerland. The 3-time African champions were adjudged the same rank in the World Ranking according to the ranking released in April 2016. The Super Eagles retained the 14th spot in Africa. There have been no big changes this month as the world's top 53 countries remained unchanged, with Argentina, Belgium, Chile, Colombia and Germany maintaining the top 5 spots on the FIFA ranking. Supporters of Kano Pillars FC resorted to violence after their team lost 2-1 to Eyimba Football Club at the Sani Abacha Stadium in Kano State. The home fans descended heavily on the bus driver of their opponent, leaving him seriously injured. Eyimba came from behind to defeat Kano Pillars at the Sani Abacha Stadium in a rescheduled MPFL fixture. The match was stopped for about 10 minutes when some angry fans started throwing objects at an assistant referee. The league management company is expected to sanction Kano Pillars Football Club for failing to provide enough security at their stadium. Well, that's all we have on News Now. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Thelma Okoro.